Hello everyone, much love and light to you all. My name is Josh Simmons and I am here today to help you step into your light and become the most high vibrational, authentic version of yourself. And today I'd like to talk about breath work and why breath work is so powerful and such an important thing, and why everyone should be doing it, in my opinion. It is extremely powerful. So I like to start off by saying like the elements of the earth, so like fire, earth, air and water, so there's those. There's a fifth one, there's the ether, which is like ultimately the sea of consciousness where everything comes from. And the first element of those four was air, and air came from the ether, and then everything else came from air. Air is the closest thing to what we come from, so just bear that in mind. So basically, when your breath is everything. Like, you are your breath. Like, people are like, oh yeah, you can't live if you don't eat. That's a load of bollocks. You can't live if you don't breathe. You don't need to eat, you just need to breathe. You are your breath. Without your breath, you are nothing. You are just not there. You can't survive. You exchange your breath for money. You exchange your breath for everything that you do. It keeps you alive. So yeah, that's the main thing. That's the main part. Like, that's mainly why breath work is so important, because breath is your life. If you have if you don't have strong breath and you're like a weak breath, your whole life is sort of essentially weak. So through respiration is where 60 to 70% of respiration is where 60 to 70% of your body does its elimination. So it is like, that's where you lose most of like the stuff that you need to get rid of inside your body. So again, if you breathe in shallowly, you're not gonna be getting everything out from the last breath, and you're gonna be bringing fresh stuff in, but it's just gonna be there built on a foundation of shit. And the more deeply you breathe and the more fully you breathe out, then you're gonna be cleaning yourself out better, obviously. So your body is made up of, it's like 101 to 104 minerals. I forget, like places I hear 101, other places I hear 102, other places I hear 104. But these minerals only make up 4% of your body. The other 96% is carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. These are all gases, I think, I want to say. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, so like all nutrients, so like hormones, enzymes, proteins, amino acids, creatines, literally everything is made from like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. But guess what is made up of these four elements? The air. So basically through breathwork you are eating. Like, you should not be eating external sources. The only reason why we eat all the food we eat is because we started eating. So like, you have all the minerals that you have made up in your body, but when you eat something that lacks that, because you're merging with it, it takes that away from you. So when we originally, like in Garden of Eden, like I'm not religious, so I don't think I'm such a religious nutcase, but like there is truth to all religious stories. But yeah, so also, so yeah, saying religious nutcase probably not the best thing. Like, religious people aren't nutcases, it's just they've been taught to believe things that aren't necessarily true. But yeah, I digress. So originally we were fruitarians, we only ate fruit, but then, and we shouldn't have really even been eating that, we'd sort of just eat it as a drug in a way. You know, when we started killing animals and things and eating that took minerals away, which then meant we'd have to eat something else to get that back. but when we ate something else, that could have taken something else, which then means you've got to eat something else, which then could also take something else. And it's a vicious cycle. Also train of thought. So when like, so yeah, we should only be eating fruits and everything. So like, yeah, so air. So we can get everything we need from the air. Like our body is made up of like those 4 elements, and the air is made up of that 4 elements. We are the air. We are our breath. So it all, like, yeah, you get where I'm going with this. So yeah. But then also like the importance of diaphragmatic breathing as well. Not just the breathwork practice, but the way you're breathing in general is extremely important. If you're not breathing properly, then you're not living properly. So you should be doing diaphragmatic breathing, which is where you're breathing through your diaphragm. Which is where your belly sticks out, where your belly pops out and then goes back in as you breathe back out, like a baby's would. Like, that's how babies breathe, and not through your chest. So like, way to know if you're breathing properly is put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. If your belly goes out and your chest stays where it is, and you're breathing properly. But if your chest goes up and your belly goes on its set in, and you're not breathing correctly. So yeah, but basically when you breathe in through your diaphragm, you're breathing from the bottom of your lungs, which is where all your blood is. So you are directly oxygenizing your blood and alkalizing your blood, which basically means making your blood alive. It's also important to do breath work on an empty stomach too, because then you can get a full range of diaphragmatic motion. And also the pump that you get from doing that also leads to a better circulation of your blood altogether. So you're alkalizing, giving life force to your blood, and then pumping it around your body better, in a better way, more consciously. Also building your own food. So yeah, and like the fact that when you're on an empty stomach you can breathe better just shows that we are breatharian creatures, realistically, because if the fact that we can breathe, like the fact that we're made up of all these things, and we can get these from the air, and eating blocks for breath, and like it's just wrong, really. Like, I sort of lost what I was getting at there, but yeah. And the more, like, say you do a good breathwork session, like a full breathwork session, you feel calm, but you also feel energized, and you feel full. You don't want to eat because you've got the nourishment from the air. And realistically as well, this is the only clean food you're going to get to, and even this isn't really clean because of chemtrails and everything. But yeah, everything else is riddled with GMOs and pesticides and just filth. So yeah, some benefits of breath work is weight loss, obviously, because you're getting your food from the air, which in return you don't. So you want to eat less. So then you are going to lose weight because you're not eating. Through breath work, you can release stored emotions, and you can heal trauma through the release of emotions by fully feeling what comes up and then letting it go. Better circulation, detoxing your body physically and emotionally, improved sleep, can make your brain release DMT and serotonin, can literally make you feel happy and trip, removes plaque and tar from your lungs, it nourishes you. It's great for cognitive function, obviously, because you're getting more blood and oxygen to your brain and to other parts of your body, so you're having fuller thoughts. It engages your parasympathetic nervous system. Your parasympathetic nervous system is a nervous system that you go into usually in sleep, and it's when your body's recovering and just fixing itself. So when you're consciously doing this, you are consciously healing even more than what I'd already said you're healing anyway. It's good to do a type of breath work that puts you into the parasympathetic nervous system just after like a set of lifting weights or just any sort of exercise, so then you are straight away already building yourself back up. So yeah, that's about it really. I've got another video coming soon on how to let go of things. I'll have another video on how to get the most out of your breath work, and a video on how to on these things called locks called bandhas. I believe when you add all these locks together, it's called that pranayama bandha, something like that. Obviously, I'll get my information exactly correct when I come to make the video. So yeah, there's lots of very important information that I'm going to be sharing in the next few days to a week. I hope I add value to all your lives. Not that I need to do that, but yeah, just, you know what I mean. It's not like I need a validation, is what I was trying to say, but I just want to add value to your lives and help you all. So yeah, much love and light to you all. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and thanks for watching.